Hello. Sorry, as always, it's been a while. I hope your trip and everything's going well. And I thought I would combine 7 and 8 in one video just because they're pretty similar. Overall though, I mean, it's awesome. For CC7, I was just gonna remind you you don't need to start with spells anymore with this guy. And then also remember, it's tough too, and you mostly just see it with those spell onlys, but when they're going really, really fast, and it seems backwards, it's actually not ideal because the faster they go, the less purposeful it is. So you want nice, slow, reliable pokes, because especially now when you are kind of on the edge of breaking open, you want to make sure that he's going super slow so you can follow where he's going. And for CC8, good job getting his hips back and keeping an eye on his eyes and doing all those prompts. Your hand is staying super still, which is great. I would try taking it to the next level and see if you could just put your hand on your lap and how that goes. And then, yeah, I mean, you're doing oranges, right, with very minimal prompts. And he's staying super regulated, so this would kind of be the time where we start transitioning to those opens. And I forget if I've shared this or not first, but the first step would be some greens or oranges and asking him to reply in a complete sentence. But just remember that it's not always gonna be like the very obvious, like, you know, what is your favorite color? Most people go right to that. My favorite color is, but there's always kind of a few different ways, like blue and purple are my 2 favorite colors, or I think I like blue, but when I was younger, I liked purple. So there's always kind of a few variations of how somebody can answer a question like that in a complete sentence, and that opens up that open world to more of those tight opens and not too many answers. So yeah, your next session, really try and drive in some complete sentences. And then another thing that I've really loved and been giving it to some parents to work on, there's one of those lesson books, like the book on everything or something. It's pretty thick. I think Dawn Marie wrote it, or her whole crew, and it's like 1-page lessons all about, I don't know, different careers and fields and things to go into. But I really like it, and I think it'd help a lot for you too, because the pinks are very super laid back, easygoing, nothing too emotional, just really fun kind of conversation starters. So that's definitely also where I would direct you to while you're doing this open journey. And then that's really it. I know one of your examples on feedback has shown is you're definitely steadier with the board and posture and transcript. Everything's going great. It was, yeah, so when you went down to the 3s, that's good to know, and it's good that you did it, but I just don't really know if it was necessary for this specific client, because you guys do have such a flow. And it kind of seemed like after a couple words on the 3s, like he was getting a little aggravated, which, if you want to watch it again, you can kind of see that. But yeah, just especially now that we're trying to get you guys open, really push the boundaries with that 26 board. And course of action for if they misspelled a word. don't worry about it. It happens. I still spell wrong all the time and sometimes have parents correct me or anything. And yeah, just, you know, remind yourself that they only spelled wrong because of us and our prompts and our supports and not because they didn't know how to spell it. But yeah, it happens. It's part of it. Even a lot of times when there's a really long word, I'll be like, hey, let me look at my paper and make sure you're doing this right. And they're super patient. And they just love that we're working with them. So don't worry about it if you have to kind of look over at your cheat sheet some. And yeah, I think that's it. I've got a lot of videos to catch up on, but shoot me a text and let's have a check-in.